Let's fight. Let's fight, folks. Welcome to our broadcast. Y'all know we ain't gonna leave y'all like that without saying anything. Y'all know we ain't gonna leave y'all like that without saying anything. Good to see so many of you on the live tonight. We ain't gonna just disappear like that and we put up no notice. But we apologize for a little late start this evening. Great to have each and every one of you here with us. Good folks. Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you. We hope that you guys are good. We hope that you all are well. You had a fantastic day. You hit the ground running today, folks, and you got some accomplishments, some successes under your belt already. You did a couple of things right. That's what we mean there. You did a couple of things right for the day, and you are ready to bring the curtains down on the day we've had, folks. And we're so privileged that you guys are here with us. We're very, very privileged that you all are here with we. Good to see all of you on the live. Joanne Ward, we see you there. Karen McPherson, we see you as well. We're fired up and ready to go. We wish we had the screen higher. Good to see you all like right there. Roxanne, Speechless Miss Thad, we see you there as well. And all the other folks. Pretty Militia, we see you there as well. How you folks are doing, the man? Tell us. All of you on the live, folks, and we want to get right into it. We ain't gonna waste too much time. We've set with the fight card. Again, good to see all of you, beautiful, wonderful folks, on the live tonight. Isn't that what we said? We're on the live. Great to have each and every one of you. We want it nowhere else. We don't want it no other way. We like the way it is. Good to see you folks on the live tonight. And you all know we won't come too fast into the 590s. A lot. We're going to do about 45 minutes or so. Folks don't want to go too late tonight as well. I feel a little something in the bones. I hear there's the rise of COVID. What do you guys think about that? Hearing COVID is back. I could come through this thing to some of y'all. Hearing COVID is back, folks. So we got to deal with COVID now. Right? We got to deal with COVID now. Yeah. Got to deal, making sure it's the right people are saying. Got to deal with COVID now. We got dengue up as well. My God, it's a whole set of thing. And then we got the set trying to take over UG. I don't know how many of you have heard us commentary on the hostile takeover of the University of Guyana. I don't know how many of you have seen and heard. But my God, these guys are done in, you know. You realize that? They're done in. You're trying with them. Oh. You're trying with them. But they're done in, boy. They're done in. All right. Long time gone. I hope they understand that, you know. Long time gone, short time come now. The people are mean for... You ever know some people like that? Yeah. You ever know some people like that? They're mean for done. All you're trying with them. They're mean for done. Well, I trust they're happy. That's all I want to say. The good book saying he cut them off suddenly. Suddenly, that's how he cut some of them off. The opener tonight, folks. We're happy to have all of you here with us. This evening, the opener. We spoke quite recently about what's going on there at the University of Guyana. There's a lot of wickedness. And I spoke to some of that, folks, in my parliamentary presentation. I had the good privilege of being at the back and being in front all at the same time. We're going to continue doing that. Some of what I said quite recently.
The move to increase the number of people on the University of Guyana Council has been described as a move by the government to control the UG Council. Member of Parliament Sherrod Duncan described the move as a continuation of control freakism.
The Honorable Gentleman Freddie wrote a seminal paper on racism, the PPP, and all of that. And Freddie, in that university setting, was hounded by the PPP and his acolytes. And they were responsible for his dismissal from the University of
He
Guyana.
listed the possible happenings if the government gets its way.
They don't want to dictate who get an honorary PhD. They can now one give one from a proper university because they got one from a no-name unaccredited one. Which friend and family gets into what program or who don't get in to the program? Which lecturer saying too much publicly and must be dismissed from the university? This has already happened in the past when people were bowing to pressure.
He spoke of the parallel online program created to shadow the online program being offered by the University of Guyana.
The budget for the online program rivaling the entire university. And I've been talking predominantly about Turkine campus. I ain't touched Tane and John as yet. But not only did they create goal, Guyana Online Academy of Learning. And I saw the Honorable Member Manik Chan made the allusion to one student calling her this morning, using that as a justification to change the composition of the entire council. Goal has had its own issues as well.
Duncan said that Goal wasn't the only parallel institution to rival the University of Guyana.
They went and started their own communication center in the Media and Communication Academy. They couldn't bring journalists through the Communication Center of the University of Guyana. Bring those resources through the University of Guyana. They went and create the parallel center. But Minister Manik Chan will argue with you, right, that UG is a brainchild of Chetty Jagan. But Chetty must be turning in his grave when he see what you all have done to his vision.
He said that the move to increase the size of the UG Council is contrary to the penchant of the government.
And I know that the PPP got a pension for small bodies. And we had a big oversight body for the Natural Resource Fund. They said too big. It's too much oversight. The honorable member, Ramson, says, because of the investments in UG, we got to get a big supervisory body. Well, all this investment coming through the NRF, but it's straight the NRF.
He suggested that the order for the increase of the UG Council be sent to a special select committee.
Yep. In case you're Russian, we were holding for some of you. We're in a holding pattern. It's such a privilege to stand in the well of the National Assembly and articulate these issues on behalf of all of you beautiful Guyanese people at home and abroad and across the political spectrum, because that issue is one that cuts across the political divide. All we kids go there, whether it's the new AFC, whether it's the PPP, what have you. You know, that's our national premier national university, folks, and I want to get into it quite quickly because we want to end at 9. That's why I want to tell y'all. We want to end at 9. Folks, y'all been hearing this chorus that Biden got to go. George Clooney, one of my favorite actresses. I like his wife even more. Catherine Zeta-Jones. No, not Catherine Zeta-Jones. What's her name? The lawyer. My lawyer. Talking about Michael Douglas' wife now. Jesus of mercy, I want to start a controversy. I want to start an entanglement here now. What's George Clooney's wife's name? She's a fantastic international lawyer. Is it Amel Clooney? Y'all help him out here, the man. I know some of y'all sharp on these. Well, he said, same actor. He said, I love you, Joe. How many of y'all saying that? I love you, Joe, Marilyn Lorma. I love you, Joe, but you gotta go. I love you, Biden. I love my country more. Amal Clooney. Thank you. Isabel, but you know the whole story. Amal Clooney. She know the whole thing. George Clooney said, I love you, Joe. But I love my country more. I channel a little Shakespeare in the middle of that. You know? I love you, Caesar, but I love Rome more. We need a new nominee. I believe so. Valme Wilson. And he said, I saw Biden not only the debate. That's what George says. I saw Biden not only, I feel like I'm so close here, coming this thing here now. I saw Biden not only at a debate, I saw him at a fundraiser. That's what Clooney says, up close and personal. And he said, I like it. I tell you what George Clooney says. He said, I like what I saw. And he says, I'm going to be kind because, of course, he's a major Democratic fundraiser, you know. George Clooney, don't take it lightly, sir. Major Democratic fundraiser. He's saying, I didn't like what I saw there at all. And he's saying that Joe ought to take a pause. Those people serious about the politics, you know. Those people want to win. It's not who you like. Too much of hold on. My wife don't like when I say that. Too much of you running on feelings. It's how you feel. If you feel like getting up and going knock on a door today, you know, if you feel like doing it's 4 years we out here. How much days we don't feel like tonight when a little aches and pains in the bones, you know, think might be COVID. Gotta get tested. A lot of times you don't feel like it, but you gotta keep going. But a lot of us we run on feelings. Oh, I'm a spirit and tech Alson Cortez. My spirit and tech Corrine or my spirit definitely and tech Naomi. But what's good for the country? Naomi trying to distract me here, but folks, y'all talk this shit for me. Talk to me, girl Naomi. Talk to me, girl Naomi. That's what Clooney's saying. Gotta go. We're gonna keep watching that. Amal Clooney. Yeah. Amal Clooney. George's wife. Said Biden gotta go. I love him. Love the fella. Nothing against him at all. All protocols haven't been observed. Nothing against him at all. But just gotta go. Someone will be following around the region, folks. It's not easy in this place, you know. That's why I want some of you to know. It's not easy at all. Someone will be picking up around the region. I saw 3 shot dead in somewhere. We started talking about dengue. Look what happening here. Barakpur. I certain Trinidadians call it differently. San Juan, they call it South. I'm certain they got a different. They say we backward. The Trinidad say we backward. Respect a man and saw Trinidad's brothers and sisters watching us, or the pretenders. All the Trinidad brothers and sisters. Dengue outbreak, 1 death, 2 hospitalized, and the people ready to call a state of emergency, you know. You think you heard me there? 1 death, 2 hospitalized. We have had hundreds of hospitalizations, and God knows how many more deaths. We saw 2 children die in Berbice at New Amsterdam Hospital, one after the next. Bam, bam. One after the next, brother and sister. Young, one was 10, one was 8, 7. And the authorities appearing to be clueless as to what killed those kids. We got a lot of deaths related to dengue. And then they can say, oh, inconclusive. The PME, inconclusive, the postmortem examination. But in this area in Trinidad and Tobago, is it Barakpur? In this area, 1 dead, 2 critical. And the folks are already ready to call a state of emergency. They said at least 8 members of this family, this particular family, in this area called Barakpur, have been affected by dengue, right? By dengue's hemorrhagic fever. Might want to watch that. So we're watching it here. And we showed you Karen Cummins, Dr. Karen Cummins, quite recently talking to us about the uptick in the numbers in Region 4. Keep an eye on what's happening in Region 6. Are we doing enough, folks? Are we? You think we're doing enough? These things need a public health campaign. Needs some public relations behind it, a lot of public relations. Dr. Cummins and I talked about the management of dengue, what to look for. You gotta be careful as you go out there. So it might be dengue now, like I don't know. Earl Walcott, Shireen Baines, Desiree, Luan, Marlin, Everett, 2,000 of you watching us 50 minutes into a broadcast. Thank you, folks. I'm always touched by that. Good to have you, Marlon, Beatrice, and all the other folks who are joining us this evening. We're in the 592. We womp, womp, womp. Once we come. My God. No easy day, folks. No easy day at all. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Let me get in some pleasantries before we go to the bad news. Let's get into the pleasantries first. I hope you all have had a fantastic day. Amidst of all that's happening, whereas dengue is, COVID is, chikungunya, smallpox is, Bigfoot, whatever it is, I hope you all doing good. 592 in. 592 it is, folks. Look what happened here with crime. I know how much of this y'all follow. But all this is related to our politics, People feel they're not in the mainstream of what's happening. They can't benefit from it. They can't benefit from it. Say, look, I'm a Robin Hood now. If you can't do the time, don't do it. I'm a Robin Hood here now. Robeson and the others, clueless. Clueless. We are not a pilot right now as a country. Clueless. Y'all see face there? Same fella responsible for this surge in crime. You see face there in the M? Lingering there, hovering. Who's sharing their life tonight so others get valid, credible information? I want to say good night to my folks from Kenya. The Fords from Kenya. Pull it back one time for us. Pull it back one time for you. You're joining us on the live tonight. The folks out of Kenya. Good to have all of you on the live. No easy day, my brothers and sisters. No easy day at all. It's one thing to the next in this country. Soon you think you got it, them boys gone with you. A man from Old Boys Town. Here it is. Hold on. Don't put a chip in your mouth yet. Don't put a piece of fried fish in yet. Man from Old Boys Town said he was robbed a gold and diamond chain valued at $2 million. Sweet Jesus. If you got $2 million wrong in neck, how much in the bank? Huh? How much in the bank? Bill Gates? If you got $2 million on your neck, try to remember the fellow who owns Amazon. Y'all help me, the bright ones. Help me. Help me. I'm seeing the fella's face. Bald head fella. He had him big like Mean Jack Dio. Bald head fella. I'm seeing his face. Help me. If you got $2 million around your neck, Jeff Bezos, thank you. I know y'all bright. Thank you, Troy. Thank you, let me go. Thank you, CC. Jeff Bezos. If you got $2 million around your neck, Jeff, how much in the bank? I don't like jewelry. I don't like. I think we so poor you couldn't afford a little ring, so I never grew up with a fascination. I never liked jewelry. Was a good gift for a 16-year-old. Was a good gift for a 16-year-old. We were discussing it. My wife and I, my son's mom, we were discussing. My son is turning 16. We were thinking about a piece of jewelry. I was thinking of some stocks in some company. That's what I was thinking about. What's a good gift for 6 years? Has done it. A $2 million gold and diamond. Jeff, hold on. Jeff, Bill. Gold and diamond chain, police investigation going. You know why, friend? Some things you see people hot pursuing. Some cases, like police got a bias for some. Yeah, 2 million chain missing. You'd see police car like it's fun coming through. You know, you see 10 police car heading in Albaistown or Charleston or somewhere like that. You say earphone visiting. Yours investigation launch. Gold and diamond. How much you chain worth? Switching gears. How much your little thing wrong your neck worth? Margaret? Gail, Carol, how much your little Rickens wrong your neck? Well, you will actually heard the word Rickens. You ever heard the word Rickens? Let me say it. Patricia, how much you little Adam and Eve? Gold and diamond. Oh, your chest. How much you little thing? How much you think wrong your neck worth? $2 million. Right. The police are investigating this robbery committed on Hudson Thompson, a 28-year-old resident of Old Boys Town. 28 years old. Hudson Thompson. He got a $2 million gold and diamond chain. The robbery allegedly occurred about 1900 hours last evening, James Street, Old Boys Town. Two men, one of whom was armed with a handgun, of course. Is a $2 million chain heavy? I don't know. Orvin Don? The $2 million chain heavy? Right. Naomi says she little diamond ring is 1.5. When we bank then, Naomi, you owe me a little something. If 1.5 in Naomi ring, Eva Mattis, Marilyn Thomas, I show you all it's none different. Oh, you got a little 1.5, a little 1.2. Nice time in the bank. Love it, love it. Love it. You work hard, take care of yourself. $2 million gold and diamond chain. Missing. Yeah. As we close. I can see some of y'all say, what? I can see some of y'all say, are ready? Them boys, any day of the week, them boys, who know if Dengue catch me, it's Bigfoot, it's small, what's the thing? Small something. It's COVID. Look, if you could survive in this country, if you could make it, folks, look, if you could make it, look wicked, stinking dirty, right? You know how much time we had to go after the PPP? About different issues. The most recent one we're fighting them on is the appointment of the substantive Chancellor of the Judiciary and the Chief Justice. You have to fight them on the NRF. We're fighting them on the Petroleum Commission, yet to be operationalized. So many things. We had to fight them on constitutional reform as well. So we there. We see them by installing commission. We say, all right, we're moving in the right direction. But we didn't know what we didn't know. And I see Ganesh Mahipal, MP, Ganesh Mahipal, Commissioner, because he's on the Constitutional Reform Commission. Commissioner Ganesh Mahipal raising the concern is 1 month, 2 months, the commissioner meeting. Now, in any, not about Marilyn moment, not about Marilyn any right-thinking country, government, society, country, progressive, but make sure they got all the ducks in a row, sir. We got to talk about these things because Jagger is not coming tomorrow to talk about them. All the ducks in a row like this, lined up. And when we saw Ganesh soaring, Nigel soaring, some Jagabat soaring, we saw right now. At least we have the mark. We get a little something now. We get a little razzle dazzle. We didn't know what we didn't know. As a poet, Maya Angelou says, while we yet knew, we still knew nothing. And that was we. Because they're telling us that a whole commission, God damn it, has come to a standstill. Why? Is the question. Why are you asking? Because they got a secretary. That's what the folks said. They don't have a secretary, so they can't do no work. How hard is a secretary to find? How hard is a secretary to find? I know a whole set of people looking for work. Look, Magic here now. I know a whole set of people looking for work. Why y'all see them? A whole set of people looking for work. Them boys said they ain't got a secretary. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that? This not a your press conference at 2 o'clock tomorrow. He ain't gonna make it. Somehow journalists don't seem concerned with these issues. Don't seem concerned enough to ask. He ain't gonna make it. You can hear he talk about Nigel. He can talk about Harman. He can talk about Granger. Jesus, my God. He can talk about Bornham. He can talk about Aubrey. He can talk about this. All these people get dressed up. They put suit and tie on Kwame to make it look nice. It still was a struggle. It still was a struggle. All these people dress up, print paper, shine the shoe. Carlson come out his slipper, put on a shoe. Gail was there. My God. And for the want of a secretary, Leon Logan, I know you got some good secretaries right now from CARICOM. Retire. Send. Take one. Constitution Reform Commission, take one. But we know what really happened here. Laxman, you know what really happened here. There's Albert Asquith, you know what happened here, Deborah. Kevin, you know, I could see some of y'all got your hand up. The secretary, the what? I never catch my hand for this Christmas for them blinds and so. Is secretary talking about? Secretary these days cheaper by the dozen. We get them 5 at 700. We get them 5 at 700. We work in shift. Secretary talking about? We there typing everything. It was a cold day. Kwame came in his blue suit. Still very challenging aesthetically. Everything. The walls were painted in white. Some white pleated curtains. Little creamish. Could do a little washing. 5 for 700. People want to work in this country. And for the want of a secretary, Pretty Militia, the whole thing shut down. They said they're waiting on... The secretary ain't wanted by the police, you know. They said they need... You set up a whole commission. You got some big people out here. Nigel. Vincent Alexander. Some big people out here. Ganesh Mahipal. You don't do this to make people Kyle. And y'all know y'all get Ganesh real vex. Ganesh shine his shoe today, so you could imagine. Shiny shoe. Buy a new tie. This thing's to get you vex. You take a chip of the whole tie. That is a crossing tie. 3 months later, you meet once because of the one. You only notice them. Hold on. You only notice them cantankerous people. Look, this one, you will not tell you. Import the secretary from Bangladesh. We get 14 for 700 now. You get 21 for 700. I try. Hold on. You see, hold on. Pull this thing back. We're going to let you. We're going to let you far now. You see how people say? I know if you only got some Bangladeshis in the family. I trying to catch a little hand here now for some Guyanese people. Get some work for you. However we got find the work, we find the work for Guyanese people. You only now come. What did you say? Out of time in. You only come now out of time in. Right? This is how you say, brother, people mouth, you know. You are now inviting this whole new idea. You go get them ideas now. But the Bangladeshis. Now when you go to the Constitution Reform Commission, you got more secretaries and commissioners now. 10 secretaries for every commissioner they got. Came with the brown shoes, argyle socks, shoe shining, everything, every word. The folks typing. But that's what's happening in this beautiful country of ours, folks. We intended not to stay past half hour because we got some pressing commitments that delayed us to our start. And we got to hurry back to pressing commitments. We out there looking for secretaries. If y'all pass border market and you see I got a signboard up, secretaries for sale. And I got 2 Bangladeshis in there. I got 2 Haitians. We got a couple Guyanese in there too. The people want a secretary. Folks, we're in a bad spot. Let's admit it. We're in a bad spot. We're in a bad spot. And that's why Ghana is not a real place. It's a play place. It's not a real place. The people try with some hobbly doobly here. As my sister Simona would say, some hobbly doobly. Violet Thomas, Wendell Hudson, April Small, Pauline Chalmers, some hobbly doobly. They're coming with Adam Passat, shout out to Ali Hardy and the Fowls. Oh, I'd rather be your friend. This country's now a real place. It's a place. Because GECOM telling we they can't remove Asha. The Ghana Elections Commission. Well, the Constitution Reform Commission can't even find a secretary. Is that Shiyaga move? Is that Shiyaga move? After she got a couple things left to do. She ain't going away. I tell you what Asha said. Asha said, I got a couple things to do. And I'm telling you, I'm not going. That's a nice line somebody should make into a song. And I am telling you, I'm not. That make a powerful song. The old voice. This COVID thing here. This COVID thing here, we got to be careful. Folks, we got to be a little careful. Asha says she ain't going. This is the best parliament she's ever known. There's no way she could ever go. No way. And GECOM backing up. I can see Crowley saying, no way. I can see the Jackabat, no way. Pauline Chalmers said, no way. GECOM backing up. I can see Go Cool. No man, the other CEO. Lo, if he would have had a deep baritone, no way. Somebody take the mic from us tonight. Take the mic and beg y'all. Take the mic. I should say I ain't going. We going. Savage Station, butter. Our friends over at St. Jams. How y'all doing? Butter. We ain't going. GECOM says, there's nothing they can do. There's nothing in their power that they can do to move Asha Kisoon. That's what the folks said in a very lengthy, folks. if you see the length on this, I couldn't read it out tonight. If you see the length on this press statement, it's like a treatise. I said by the time I get to the end of this thing here, we're gonna solve world hunger, right? And the war in Ukraine will come to an end. I see Britain says we're giving Ukraine $3 billion. The new prime minister, what's his name? Stammer. He says we're giving Ukraine $3 billion. Until whenever. I like a man like that. That's power. That is, when you know you bank so big, he must get a $2 million gold and diamond chain himself. You know your pockets so deep. Man said we are prepared to give Ukraine $3 billion until whenever. That's when you know you're big and you're large. Until whenever. I remember talking to people that got money. We look into the Mohammeds. Years ago, I heard a story. This thing fascinated me. These people had a rice field like that. 3/4 of this country in them days was rice field. And I heard this man was boasting. Marlon, we never hear the story. Guyanese, man said their family got so much money. They used to pay the Mohammeds. That's how much money they had. Is they get the Mohammeds rich? So you can imagine how much money they had. So if we change free money in coins, we could fill up the Essequibo River. You ever heard a story like that? I never heard the Mohammeds boasting. This particular family, they've waited over the years. Jack the party don't like where start boasting and so on. Scotch it down, sanctions and all kind of things just start coming left, right, and center. Family say if we change we money up in coins, we could fill the Essequibo River. Fill it. That's what Mr. Stamer says. $3 billion till whenever. Every year we can send them. Until whenever this thing finish. That's real money. That's what you say national assembly. No. I did till whenever. Till whenever I get tired. Right? And she gets and she got a spirit like Gail. Till whenever. I hey. For all time and all eternity. Let me slow down a little bit wrong by this part. This press statement out of GECOM. I said when I finish reading this press statement, my daughter should be here. We can solve world hunger. You see? And you get robots in your workplace. Humanoids. This is how this thing was so impactful. GECOM said they can't move Asher. It was fascinating to me. But I hope you all know on the streets, it's really happening here. I hope you all see what really happening. Let me quote a paragraph or two. So that you all get valid and credible information based on what GECOM says. GECOM has taken note of comments of Sherrod Duncan. No, they say several comments and concerns in the public domain relating to the removal of Dr. Asher Kissoon from the National Assembly. In this regard, a letter published on Wednesday, July 10th, 2024 edition of the Stockbrook News suggested that GECOM has been silent on the matter and further suggested that the commission should take some action to remove Dr. Kissoon from Parliament. In view of the foregoing, it's necessary to inform the public. I'm reading this the way the switcher will read it. To inform the public that the matter is actively being discussed at the level of the commission, and the outcome will be publicized upon conclusion of the discussions. So how do they know they ain't got authority? if the matter is actively being discussed by the level of the commission, the header for the letter, the press release, GECOM has no authority to remove. So while they're still deliberating, they don't get the conclusion, but they come back and tell you. As soon as we get the conclusion, we can tell you. Make it make sense. It's total confunction. Let me say a little brighter. It's total confunctionism. That's what's happening here. GECOM has no authority to remove Dr. Asha Kisun from the parliament. And in the same sentence, in the same press release, it says it's actively being discussed. And the outcome will be publicized upon conclusion of the discussion. Oh. Make it make sense. I wish you could have howl. Make it make sense. But we actively discussing it. And when we come to the conclusion, we let you know. Pauline Chalmers, Commissioner Cole. This is how you know it's the time to go, you know. Well, let's start writing things like these. You must know, you're going to more gas in the tank. You're like Biden. You're going to more gas in the tank. You said Biden have recent? Biden got shuffle. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. Y'all think it's easy out here, now? AG, depon it. Bantu is now you tell me it's me depon? Bantu is a smart fellow. Bantu said the conclusion came before the discussion. That is how they do it. That is how they do it. Ayindi Jackson joining us from, is it Tiger Pond? Is it done by the Tigers? Good to see you, Ayindi. Yeah. GECOM like some doctors. GECOM like some doctors. Friend of mine, true story. True story. He said lunchtime, he's run by a doctor. He said when he was going through the door into the doctor's office, he pushed the door walking in. The man was writing a prescription. The man was writing a prescription, elderly. You can't bad like guy in these doctors. The conclusion was before the discussion. He said he pushed the door heading in. The man was writing the prescription. He said consultation fee 5,000, prescription another 2. Have a nice lunch. You ever been to a doctor like that? Soon as you said doc, prescription, text some ibuprofen, bap. That's what happened here. AG depon it. Remember about 5 months ago, when May Toussaint was sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury Department along with the Mohammeds? You remember that? Oh, the PVP were livid. Folks, when he went to proper schools, like Charles, when he went to a lot of top universities, livid. He livid. You got to be a little extra there. Livid. They was livid. They say we want this. We want not that. We want not the next. Who else being watched? Who else on the list? You got to watch when the list is nowhere. I remember when I growing up, that a song about lists. Yeah? That a song about lists. You didn't want to put them lists in them days. Sharon name on the list. Duncan name on the list. Address name on the list. Isa name on the list. You didn't want to put on the list. Because when you got on the list back in them days, you didn't come enough, you know. That was a big list. You couldn't sanitize the list. When you're on the list, you're on the list. They want to know a whole set of things. What were the circumstances why these sanctions came to bear? They said we requested information. We're going to write to everybody. They said we write to Biden. But I can see Biden hasten to respond. We're writing Kamala. We're writing Pompeo. We're writing Trump. Mark everybody we're writing. We writing Margaret. We writing Seafarer's Pride. We writing Don Sullivan. Father Marsh. Everybody writing. Everybody probably list we writing. The man says, now the letter ready. They must have had a treaties like the Ghana Elections Commission. They had to have had a treaties. Like the Ghana Elections Commission. I've never seen nothing like this. Jay said the letter now ready. The letter now ready, requesting all evidence and other information that prompted the US sanctions. He said letter now ready. But 5 months ago, they said we're writing everybody. You hear me? Alan Passad, Randy McDonald. He said in letter now, you know that's a long letter. You know that's a long letter. Long like the 10 Commandments. I mean the 10 Commandments in the Bible. You ever see the movie 10 Commandments? It's 5 hours. When I was a child, 5 hours was like me whole future. The 10 Commandments, that epic, 5 hours. It's now that I older, I look back and say, oh, I forgive you, mommy. When you must come watch the 10 Commandments, man, learn something about the Bible. You start watching the 10 Commandments in January. All August, you still there, you know. Let my people go. Let the name Moses be stricken from every pillar, every post. I know the whole script top to bottom. Top to bottom. That's the kind of thing he was writing there. You see, he is reinventing the commandments. Reinventing the commandments. I started watching the 10 Commandments as a 5-year-old. When I catch myself, I was 15. I had 15, and I watching the credit score. That's how this little love. Mercy rated everybody, the DOJ for all the states. We had everything. Send everything. Open and everything they able. See the name appearing on some list. I hope they able. That's my hope, folks. This is the part of the program. Well, no coming because I get the signposts. Signs of the times, and I know something behind here that I really want to see, because while we yet knew, we still knew nothing. Dolores Denny and Andrew Griffith. Or in the answer, look, stop, Sharon. Well, you stop me now. Take the mic. Snatch the mic from me. Snatch the mic from me. Signs of the times. Look, story here now. Brace it over. Adam Passad said moving. I want the same thing. I want to move on. I think it is in this country. Jesus. Why don't there be young people? Like, no, like I can be the only 5-year-old in this country. I know some people trying to catch up to me, but like I'm the only 5-year-old in this country. Young people are getting old now. Forever young. We're learning now that a 6-year-old was shot in his head. Jesus have mercy. What is country coming to? Brothers and sisters, what is country coming to? 6-year-old battling for his life. Shot in the head. What's going on in this country? I told y'all, we need a national year of prayer. I from the old school. I from the old school. National year of prayer. That's what we need. National year. What were the circumstances here? What are the circumstances surrounding how this 6-year-old came to be shot? I see one report says that he succumbed. Another said battling for his life. 1945 hours, yesterday, Tuesday. the 9th of July. Shot in his head. Police said the boy was standing next to his 39-year-old mother, who is a food vendor. The suspect approached on a black motorcycle with his gun in his hand. Wild West country. As he approached the woman food stall, he discharged 4 rounds at this vendor. 4 rounds. The 4-year-old next to her. Indiscriminately. These people are easy. Without concern. 4 rounds discharged. Right? In the direction of a man named Crab, who was standing not too far from the 6-year-old and the mother. Crab began to run. And in the process, this 6-year-old was shot and fell to the ground. Fell to the ground. Again, I'm seeing conflicting report as to whether the child is still battling for his life or he succumbed. I'm going to say battling for his life. Let's pray for him. 6 years old. Yesterday and this morning, we talked about the 14-year-old or 16-year-old who hung herself. The day before, the 25-year-old found dead in an apartment somewhere. The day before that, young lady raped. Brutally raped. Went out with some friends. Somebody volunteered to drop her next place, took her right place. Drag her out the car in the house. Brutally raped her. What's happening in the 592? What's happening? Pray for him. Indiscriminately firing. Indiscriminately. Father have his mercies. And you heard among the things I articulated there. You know, it's that young people aren't getting a chance to see 45 become all that they can be. Being getting a chance, being cut down so young. Telling us a probe has been launched in today. Drowning death of Joel Adams at the National Aquatic Center. Probe has been launched. But I hope the probe get launched right. I hope the probe get launched right. They said Police and Child Care Protection Agency has launched this investigation. Right? Into how this guy drowned at the National Aquatic Center at Liliendal. Some reports said they blew a whistle for the kids to come out of the water. And he ran and do a backflip on the springboard. I saw some folks said that this place needed to have more lifeguards. Those are some of the allegations I heard during the course of the day. 3 persons trying to supervise 100 and plus kids. 100 plus kids. On this kind of real estate, where you can't really tell kids to stay one place and running all over. I don't believe somebody saw him running, plunge off the springboard. Somebody went behind him. And in that time, that young man went unconscious and had to be resuscitated and all of that. As we say here colloquially, it isn't adding up. The maths and mathsing on that one. The maths not mathsing on that one. You see, it's the mathsing. So we're calling for a thorough investigation on that. Very, very thorough investigation. Please and thank you. Very, very thorough investigation. 14 years dead. Lived at the Sophia Care Center. 14 years old. Thoughts and prayers with that family. Thoughts and prayers with that family. As we wrap up, folks, to close up. This extradition bill that was amended last evening, it was last night, the night before, whenever we had part, Monday night, has a very dark undercurrent to it. The motives laden with malice, aiming at people like Melly Mel and Bork and whoever they want to bring back on trumped up charges. I hope they know that Uncle Sam don't run a corner shop. It's proper government. It's proper government. The closer on that very extradition bill.
Attorney General Anil Nandlal told the National Assembly on Monday that the evidence against the person to be extradited must be overwhelming.
The person who controls the decision to prosecute in a Commonwealth country is the Director of Public Prosecutions. So you're getting an opinion from the Director of Public Prosecution or the Attorney General that the evidence there obviously is certified, certifiable, valid, and an opinion of likelihood of success.
He said that there is an additional safeguard for the person to be extradited.
So even after all of this, a magistrate in Guyana says that that evidence is not sufficient. That magistrate has a power here to call for more evidence.
But Member of Parliament Cameron Ramjatan said the amendment as proposed fortifies the institution. However, the evidence provided must be admissible under the laws of Guyana. As it stands now, this is not the case. The proposed bill is an alteration.
What we have now is that record of evidence of the case against the person, including evidence that would not otherwise be admissible under the laws of Guyana. So, in the extant regime of laws that we have in Guyana, it must be evidence that is admissible under our laws.
He said that there is a move to degrade the quality of the evidence to satisfy a foreign government's request.
But once they say so, we got to extradite the person. And that is what is the alteration. Now, I pondered on this, and I said, we ought to get rid of bad people in Guyana, come what may, because there must be some other evidence that the person was a bad person. But in especially political spheres of activity, like the Assange and whatever else, I know there is, because I have done that before in relation to a Canadian citizen, whereby you bring habeas corpus to the High Court judge. It was then Chief Justice Bernard, and she then, the magistrate had committed the person, and then she said, no, she's not going to allow that.
Ramjatan said that there will be cases, especially from the powerful countries who would want their sovereignty to be superior to Guyana's.
They're not going to say, if we now go and ask America or UK or another big country that, look, we would like that fella to come back to Guyana because he committed crime, they will want to find out if indeed that our country is going to allow inadmissible evidence. They're also going to ask about the mutuality and reciprocity principle. But we are now watering down our standards of evidence to accommodate, in my opinion, and this is where in rebuttal he could probably indicate that I am wrong, but it will still be tested. This will certainly be
He
tested.
said that the downgrade would affect political animals and religious animals that are wanted.
All right, folks, that's the closer. That's our time, good folks. That's the problem. Thanks to all of you who joined us this evening at home here in Guyana and from around the world. Thank you guys so much. That's our time. That's the mischief of them boys. That's our program. Until the next podcast, Beatrice, Sabrina Blue, and Rosanna Barton, Rihanna Mingo Roberts. Good to have you there as well. And Jamal Aziz, Horace Caldo, Alison Cortez, Marcia Jackman, Ingrid Karna, good to see you there. Good to have you with us. Tessa Hayward, see you too. Sandra Hanover, Auntie Sandra. Michelle, good to see Michelle Justice and all the other folks. Wanda and Jamal Aziz, good to have you there. Beatrice and Gwyneth, good to have you folks on with us. That's our time.